Larry's just going to be a really, really big opportunist. Just going to sort of, he'll go in when he knows he can afford to, but you'll see him kind of sort of sit back a little bit, and just when he sees an opening, just, oh, running up smash, you're dead. A pretty huge chunk of the kills in the last set, not the last set, but winners finals went that way.
And they, oh, I think they're warming up.
Yeah. Looks like they're just going at it to me. Okay.
Is it easy for Sheik to combo Meta Knight? I'd imagine so.
Yeah, Sheik does combo Meta Knight pretty well, but Meta Knight, all things considered, I think is actually pretty damn good against Sheik.
He's deceivingly a lightweight character, but he's actually in the heavier mid-weight range.
Well, I think you mean his falling speed is faster than you think.
Yeah.
He's lightweight, but he has a fast falling speed. He's kind of like Fox in that respect.
Well, in this game in particular, they made his falling speed faster, so he could be a more like ground-based character.
Okay. So this is the fights we've been seeing so far are not the ones Blue Team wants. If Blue Team wants to be doing 1v1s, I'm very sure they would want Larry on Tyrant and Okami on Aero. Just because Okami knows how to fight Toon Link. He's generally beaten Aero's Toon Link in the past. He's even beaten Aero in Toon Link Dittos before. But on the other hand, Okami's had kind of a rough time with Meta Knights. He uses the DSF a majority of the time. And
Toon Link and Sheik is a rough matchup.
And also, Okami lost to Tyrant the last time they played in singles. So all things considered, the way they have things paired up right now makes sense. But we see Tyrant running away though. Tyrant's saying, I don't want to fight Fox, I'm just going to retreat. Larry though seems pretty dead set on just getting in on him. Even if it means being more aggressive than Larry typically is. Okay, there we go. Up smash is out of nowhere. And with that, it's in Blue Team's favor. Yeah. I don't really like the up B there just because it's really hard to kill Fox off the top. Probably would have been better for Tyrant to just do something like the neutral air.
And Larry opts to go after Toon Link, even though he had Meta Knight in a juggle state.
Yeah. Maybe he just wanted to assist Rob a little bit. Rob being Okami.
Okami kind of having a hard time ledge guarding Meta Knight.
Yeah. But Aero falls for just the dash attack out of nowhere though. Like usually when you see people rushing to save their partner, they'll usually just sort of run close enough to distract the opponent. They won't necessarily commit to something. But Okami just said, no, I'm just going to go in there and dash attack you. I'm not going to try to disguise it. And it actually did catch Aero off guard. Aero might have just been too single-mindedly focused on.
Yeah. The dash attack is a great interruption move.
Yeah. My guess is that Aero was just too focused on the guy he was edge guarding. Yeah. He just didn't really see Okami run in. Okay. No punish on Toon Link for that, but that's fine because Blue Team got back on stage.
And Blue Team looks like they're going to take it convincingly.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Okami decided to be a part of that punishment on Meta Knight. Probably would have been better just to stick to the ground and keep Toon Link at bay. Also not sure why Okami went for Meta Knight there. He could have just gone left and Lyra. Still worked out for him though. If it worked, I can't knock him for it.
I think Red Team was overwhelmed by this team's like relentless offense. And they could have took the game if they wanted to, but it seems they don't really have to.
Most people don't really care that much. That was a pretty offensive pause, though. I mean, it did just interrupt an up throw up there. That's good smash AI on the up there, but it didn't matter. So yeah, I kind of wish people were more ruthless about taking games after a pause.
I always
Tournament, got no incentive not to, just take it.
If they pause more than once, definitely take the match.
Okay. So I believe we see the same bands as last time. We have Lylan, Lilat, Dreamland off.
I think they're going to want a stage with more space.
Yeah, and just a bigger ceiling above LL. So same thing I said in Winners Finals, just inhibit Larry. And it looks like Okami and Larry didn't ban Fountain this time. That might actually be because last time, I believe Aero and Tyrant banned Fountain. But I think all things considered, that actually be a good stage for them. And granted, it's a solid stage for Sheik, but it inhibits Fox quite a bit. He doesn't have as much space to move around as he likes. The ceiling is kind of high, so he's not going to be killing at low percentages. He's going to be forced to interact with the other character more than Larry would like to.
Do you think Fox would want a lot of space?
Fox can work with anything. He does work with space really well, but if there's anything Fox doesn't want, it's a high ceiling.
Yeah.
And I think horizontal space for sure, Fox likes that. Overall, that against most characters tends to benefit him. So, like Fountain though, just has both of these traits against Fox. It's not that big horizontally, so he can't play the whole dash dancing game as much as he would like to, and it has a high ceiling, so he's not going to be killing as easily as he would like to.
Toon Link in particular needs a lot of space to like work with his bombs.
Maybe that's the factor.
Because there's a 2-second ratio of him like pulling out his bombs, and it's hard for him to deal with these characters without bombs.
That makes sense. Okay, so CFD.
And Aero seems to get some mileage out of the arrows.
Living up to his name. It's spelled a little differently. Okami has good chain grabs.
Yeah. It's not like fraudulent at all. It's very clean.
Yeah. Good DI reads and guesses.
Okami definitely is a true Sheik main.
Yeah, he's been playing Sheik a really long time. Really, really long time.
And Aero, that's an early death. Oh, nice.
Does not do it.
He elevated himself with his bombs and then moved downwards a bit to hit himself.
I see Aero go for that trick a lot. The hook shot cancel up B. It seems like he just keeps getting hit out of it though. Got Okami being a stock there. And I think that's pretty standard for Sheik on this stage.
Yeah.
A lot of the time on the stage, Sheiks will just like sit by the edge, charge needles. If something goes badly for their partner, then they'll run in. But overall, just play safe, keep the stocks, punish when you can, and get gifts when you can. Most of this game, you'll probably see Okami by the sides.
And Meta Knight got a lot of damage through grabs and Fox off throw.
Shine Sense in the wrong way. Okami could have done a forward air off that or a forward tilt, but I guess he was surprised. I don't like the way that Okami tried to save Larry there. The two things that would strike me as reasonable are one, just go under him and up air, or two, just shoot a needle from stage.
Yeah.
I think needle would have been the best option.
Needles are great to have charged for doubles because they're a great interruption and a great save for your opponent recovering.
Yeah. Even a single needle can save your partner.
Yeah.
Charged needles are good for damage, though.
But if it's not charged at all, it still has a little latency. Which, if you want to save your partner, has to be immediate. And Fox is in the grab, and he might be dead. And he had no support from his partner because he was also being juggled.
Well, Okami was just jumping around charging needles. I think he thought Larry would be able to reach the stage with a thought on. Larry definitely, or Okami definitely could have thrown needles out of save them.
And Fox is in a bad situation, but he quickly gets out of it.
I don't like the back throws there. I think...
From which side?
From Okami. I think he was going for a DI mix-up, or maybe he was trying to get Larry to do some sort of team combo, but Larry wasn't in a position to do a team combo. It just kind of put Larry in a weird position.
I think it's best to just have them off stage and then go for the 2v1 situation.
I would just down throw there, because if they DI in, great, you get a combo. If they DI away, well, okay, they're closer to the edge.
And 2v1 combos, this is brutal.
Yeah, just simple back and forths can rack up so much damage, just like back air, back and forth for both characters.
I think it's easier to 2v1 in this game than it is in Melee. The hit stun is a bit more obvious.
Possibly. You don't have 2v1 grab infinites, or at least as obvious ones.
Yeah.
Because in Melee, you just have basically versions of wobbling with a bunch of teams.
Yeah.
At least those don't exist. Granted, they're not that common anyways. Okami does not have a Squirtle. But I guess he's up 2-0, so he says, why not try this?
I'm glad they took Pummel Infinites out of this game. It makes it more interesting.
Yeah.
And Final Destination is probably their best bet. And Aero team attacking his partner.
Yeah, just in general, I've noticed some coordination issues with him.
Yeah.
Be it just him not paying enough attention to what's going on with the other half of the fight. Especially just that. Okay.
And
Yeah.
I think Okami feeling a bit confident, not going his cheek.
Yeah.
Which, if you're up 2-0 and and they have to win 6 games, it's okay to experiment.
Although we'll make the set take longer, probably.
Yeah. And Aero suicide.
Yeah, I guess he didn't.
Tyrant is in the best.
Yeah, he was probably just trying to thinking, okay, I'm gonna drift on stage, and then he thought, oh wait, I don't want to make myself vulnerable. So he just tried to barely grab the edge, but he missed. Larry had Tyrant in a really bad situation there. He had Tyrant just back to the edge, but somehow Tyrant got around to the other side and actually shoved Larry in a bad position. He kept going back and forth between them though. And now they're not even fighting each other. Up throw up B.
Oh!
Tyrant
tried to go for the assist when he really didn't need to.
Tyrant was, that's what I like to call a zoo. Like, Julian Zoo, the famous Stalker player from Melee, in teams will always just try to take over team combos, or try to take over his partner's combo when he has absolutely no business doing that. That's exactly what Tyrant just did.
If you're in teams, you have to have faith in your partner.
Yeah. I mean, and especially in that case, it's just 2-link up throw to up B. There's no reason to believe that Aero can't.
He might have, actually, he might have not have thought it was a down throw and not known he was in hit stun. He might have just tried to went for the juggle.
Maybe. Okay. Good read on the pullback by the Squirtle.
Squirtle is having a hard time assisting his partner.
I'm pretty sure it's just mostly Okami not knowing how to play this character. Yeah. Although all things considered, they still have a lead.
Okami is doing fairly well. He is holding his own.
After a really sketchy start.
Just...
Oh, Aero's probably... Okay, that works. I think Aero could have... Probably would have been better to shoot some sort of invincible ledge top thing. Ledge top up B, maybe even ledge top neutral air or down air. I think neutral air actually might be the best thing.
I think red team has an objective to kill Larry as fast as possible.
Yeah, Larry is definitely the threat here. Even when Okami is G. Because you don't want him running around killing you at 90.
Yeah.
And you see Larry just trying to avoid a lot of conflicts. Except right now since he has a good position.
Larry has to hold on to that stock. It's pretty imperative for the match.
He's doing it. Tyrant actually might have been better served just going for an up smash instead of just yielding there. Oh, and that. The double kill.
Yeah,
Okay.
they were pretty not scattered.
Yeah. So Okami tries to shout out Aggro, so-called Squirtle player. Not a very flattering shout out since he loses, but that's what it is.
And he's adamant about this choice, it looks like.
They're probably just thinking about stages.
Yeah.
I expect him to go back to Sheep.
Pick your stage, then your character. Now they finally have the counter-picking advantage. But final isn't a bad choice either.
I would just... If he's staying Squirtle, then I would go Stadium. If not...
Stadium 2 or 1?
Stadium 2. Oh, they did ban Battlefield. Interesting. Battlefield was one of the things I was thinking about. Okay.
I think they pointed at SmashBowl. Does that
That
what
would
happened?
actually make sense to me. As much as Tyrant likes the stage, I feel like Fox Sheik would be a good team against that. Or double
They're
Fox.
going double Fox.
That works too.
Double melee Fox.
Very good team. Both characters can do whatever they want, pretty much. And Fox can do pretty much anything in doubles. He can do support, he can do aggression, he can do gimps, he can kill.
I think one of them should have chose the Brawl skin, but
yeah. Larry could do it. He used to play ball. He still does play ball, and he's still really good at it. Yeah.
Fox grabs are a big factor in this, and they're both like, both members of the team are like getting grabbed in unison.
Yeah, Fox has one of the scariest grab games in the game.
Yeah.
And it's not even so much the moveset, it's just his physics. He can run in, he can get these grabs, he can throw you way above him, and he can still move fast enough to follow it up. That up air is just a great kill move with this icing on the cake.
From which character?
Fox.
Oh. And just like that, it's even. Red team could get their fair share of early deaths too if they could get their momentum started.
Yeah, Fox does have a wide variety of recovery options, but if you read it, he's probably dead. If you think, okay, if Fox is going to do this, and if he guesses correctly, then great, he's pretty much dead.
Yeah,
I think a lot of characters.
Fox is like, that's his like probably only weakness. If you have him in the juggle state, he's fairly easy to read.
Yeah, he gets punished pretty hard, just in general. Okay, good angle by Okami there. He decided he's going to go straight up instead of just potentially putting myself in a really dangerous position.
That's smart of Aero to get ledge positioning by using his up B instead of like wave dashing back to it or something. And Tyrant is being overwhelmed. His stocks are going away fast.
Yeah, this is a matchup he's always had issues with. Like I said, last time Larry played it was, I think...
If Aero's not assisting him, it's hard enough to deal with one Fox.
Yeah, neither of these characters handle Fox very well.
Yeah.
So... And I don't think Aero really plays any characters that are great against Fox either. As for his other characters, like, he has his own Fox, but both Larry and Okami are going to know how to play Fox better than Aero does. He has a Kirby too, but Kirby has never been a good pick against Fox.
Yeah.
At least in this
Well,
iteration.
Kirby would be a decent assist character, but I don't think they need an assist character. They need a character that could save each other.
Kirby also just dies really easily.
Yeah.
He's not great at fighting Fox in neutral. Fox can just kind of run circles around him.
And Tyrant takes the stock.
Oh, interesting attempted kill on Aero. Like if I were fighting Aero at this point, I'd be pretty single-mindedly focused on just kill Aero off the top, one way or another. But he ended up dying, so. And this is likely pretty much done. Because Honest Fox doesn't do anything stupid by the edge. This is not a comeback that should happen. Okami's not really providing support though.
Well, there's plenty of room for mistakes, accounting like how many stocks they have.
Yeah, like it can happen one way or another, but if blue team plays it well, it shouldn't.
Yeah. Tyrant is like constantly in a juggled state. He can't get any composure.
Okay, and
that's the tournament. Double sides. They're still singles.
Yes. So singles, we're doing pools. We're having some. We had a nice plan for what we wanted to do, but one of the TVs ended up not working. So that means that we'll probably need to just use the Stream TV, not solely for hype matches, but also just for general matches for some other pool. Because I think we've got 11 TVs total that work. We have 52 entrants. We have 8 pools. 5 of them have 7 people, 3 of them have 6. So we're generally trying to get 3 TVs per pool whenever we're able to, and we're trying to have, in the instance in which a pool does need only 2 TVs, we're having the 6-man pools on those.
And the bracket's going to be pretty big just because 4 people make it out.
Yeah, it's quite a bit. We're going to have a 32-man bracket.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I don't think there are any current plans for the stream, so I'm going to go check on the pool situation and see if we can get anything started here.